what I do. I do for everybody who be living it up. What do I do? What I do for everybody who be living it up. I love. I don't even know the words. All right. Said the feed condition is excellent. Oh, let me untangle myself. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? We are back for another one. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, about 4:42 when I'm starting this live right now. Let's get a nice healthy audience before we go through a couple of the things that we're going to go through today. I'm over here at the Visionary Arts Center. Holla at your boy. And I got an Astro Kid J t-shirt. Wizard out now. Salute to the boy Astro Kid J. But let's see what's going on over here. The weekly roundup. A few different things I want to talk about as well that I have here rounded up on the table. Let's see here. I want to talk about that AI rapper, FN Mecca. Definitely going to get into that. Lil TJ is out of the hospital. We'll definitely get into a little TJ update and what's going on with him. An update on what's going on with the network as far as some new shows that are coming down the pipeline, new hosts, different things like that. Moolah First, we'll talk about him too. He just had a recent interview with Gems Media, and he also had a Clubhouse. He's been on his podcast tour, so we'll definitely get into that. There's a few sticky things. Oh, Andrew Tate. I want to talk about Andrew Tate also. I'm just putting the list of things down that I want to get into today. And Punjabi broadcasters. That's a little bit sticky. Okay? But it's definitely something that I want to touch on for a little bit longer than just a few minutes. So I'm gonna actually pop up on Instagram for a quick second, see what's going on with the people on the gram, and get a nice audience in here so we can have a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? The line is open. I'm going to make sure I have the phone line over here so I can see it. Phone number is on the screen, 563-999-3099. We are live. Also, I want to big up our sponsors. Astro Pink. If you know, you know. Only that loud. Hit them up on their website, myastropink.com, or their Instagram, so you can get the authentic, you can see the authentic drops when they drop. Astro_pink. All right? I fuck with them heavy. Let's see what's going on here. I got a bunch of interviews lined up, and a couple of the, more than a couple, a bunch of them are in the vault right now. But as far as like the ones that are on the way, holy, we booked and busy in this bit of the ditch. Hold on, I'm going on Instagram Live for a quick second. Let them see what I'm going. We'll do a quick roll call. Already dropping shit. Bam. There we go. What up for the people on Instagram? We are on YouTube Live right now. Tap in youtube.com/We Love Hip Hop Network. It's going down. Usual suspects in the building over here on Instagram. Can we get a roll call for the people who are now popping in on the YouTube as well? Salute to y'all. We're on YouTube Live. Basmati Binga, aka the Rice Man, in the building. We're on YouTube live right now. Pop up, pop out. The phone lines are open. I got a list of topics, and I'm checking it twice. Walmart underscore baby. What do you mean you can't hear me? You can't hear me? We're on YouTube Live right now. Forward. You know what I'm saying? The phone lines are open also on YouTube Live if y'all want to get your opinions in. Big salute to Haley G in the building on Instagram. Comment gang strong. I see you over here, Alan Run Again, over here on YouTube. Phone lines are open, 563-999-3099. Let's get some conversation going. We're saying a lot of static, eh? Hold on. Bow. Better. 3x Boff. You could send us your music. We love hip hop Toronto at gmail.com. We're not going to be reviewing it live on YouTube. However, when we do another Twitch stream, we could definitely review your music there. But YouTube, they got copyrights. It gets a little funky over there. But forward. We're on YouTube right now. Let's get it popping. And you'll be able to hear us way more clear on YouTube. Don't worry about Instagram. Is it? We out here. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Make sure to hit that like button. Trinidad, big up. Like and subscribe. Drake in the building. Hit the like, it's free. What he said. All right. There's a few things I want to get to today, but I want to make sure that we got a nice audience. It's nothing serious. There's no... I shouldn't have even said that. It's all going to be serious. It's all going to be mixy. There's going to be crazy bombshells. Oh my God, it's going to be just the most... this nastiest show that you ever heard in your life. But I don't know. There's a few things that I do want to cover, though, that I feel that are like important, right? So first off, I want to touch on this AI rapper guy. Okay, FN Mecca. I've had a few opportunities to talk to some people. I talked to Star on his YouTube live show, and I actually had an interview with a CBC reporter maybe about a week ago now. And this is when the inklings, when the rumblings of this AI rapper at first popped up on the scene. Okay? And she hit me up and she was like, let me find her name just so I could give her a pop-up big up. Maybe she even emailed me back. But we had a Zoom interview to talk about this artificial intelligence rapper. That was okay, because it's not he or it is not signed to Capitol Records anymore. But at the time, let's call him he, was signed to Capitol Records and had accumulated about 10 million plus followers on TikTok. Her name is Manjula. Salute to Manjula Selvaraja. Or Selva Raja. Salute to her. She's a CBC reporter. We did a Zoom interview. She wanted to get my opinion on, what do I think about this AI rapper, and do you think it's going to be replacing real rappers? Right? Apparently, this rapper was getting his vocals from a real human, but the lyrics were created by artificial intelligence, right? By algorithms and things of that nature. So I'm going to pull up an article here. I think I have an article from CBC Music. Or no, MME. Sorry, this is from NME Music. And this is from August 17th. This is an earlier article when the thing first started popping up on the scene. Let me put it up on the screen so y'all can see what I'm looking at. 1 second. They updated fucking Streamlab. A little bit. Just a little bit. Just give me a quick second, man. I don't want y'all to show my email here. Here we go. Bam. I went straight to the friggin' news. I didn't even do a proper roll call. Comment gang, y'all over here, man, before I get into this news, because I'm like jumping right into it, yo. You know what I'm saying? No long talking. Y'all in the building? Hit that like button as y'all are pulling up. Affect the audio wagwan. Also, I didn't even, how's my sound? Am I good on the mics? I'm good. Y'all can hear me? Proper things. 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 2 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 2. Okay. I can hear myself. BJ Gill says thumbs up. All right, so let's get it popping here. Now, Capitol Records signs AI powered virtual rapper. Now, remember, August 17th is what it says on the date here. Okay, so this is the old article. This is before the backlash, I guess, or as much of the backlash. So FN Mecca, a robot rapper powered by artificial intelligence, with over 10 million followers on TikTok and more than 1 billion views on the platform, has inked a deal with Capitol Records. The new signee was reported by Music Business Worldwide last week. The same day FN Mecca dropped the first single for the label, a song called Florida Wata, that also features real-life rapper Gunna, free YSL, and gaming streaming Click. It was produced by Turbo, whose past credits include songs by Travis Scott, Young Thug, and Lil Baby. In the song, FN delivers verses like Tesla, Gucci, Cybertruck. Wreck that shit. I don't give a fuck. That's bars. That's what he said. That's what the AI came up with. So, okay. You see the video that they were going to have here? That's gone because this thing, Mecca, he received a lot of backlash. Okay, but as far as like the way that they put this rapper together, FN Mecca was created by Factory New, a virtual record label, who were first to sign FN. The company's co-founder Anthony Martini explained the company's process to MBW last year, saying they created AI technology that analyzes popular songs from specific genres. Based on that, he said, the technology generates suggestions for the building blocks of new songs, such as lyrical content, chords, melodies, and tempos. It's getting kind of spooky. I ain't gonna lie to you. Martini said that the company then combined those elements to make a song. As of now, a human voice performs the vocals, but we are working towards the ability to have the computer come up with and perform its own words, and even collaborate with other computers as co-writers. It's not clear who the human voice performing the vocals on, say, Florida Water is above. They found out who it is. It's a black guy, okay? Because the backlash was, and I'll pull up some stuff on the backlash. Let's see here. Let's see. AI rapper dropped. Okay. So, as of now, the rapper got dropped, right? There's been a bunch of music videos that came out from this guy. Clips from music videos that people started getting outraged about. There was one that was going viral with he was getting beat down by the police or getting beat down by a guard in jail. Just all the stereotypes that I guess they put on like rappers and black guys, right? And he's pretty racially ambiguous, I guess you can call him. Like, what would you call this guy? He light skinned? Comic gang? What was he? He's more of he's like a French Montana. Yeah, because it's talking about a Mayhem interview. Whoa. Do the Mayhem interview. It will be interesting and you will get good views and attention. True. A Factor says you can't even give them flowers and they'll shed tears and drop themselves. Okay, so this guy here, he got dropped already, basically, is what the whole story is. They came out, apologized, said we're sorry that, people felt that this guy was kind of racist. Or the company was racist. The person who runs this company, this Martini guy or whatever, he was saying that there was a collaboration of people who came up with the lyrics for this guy or came up with the ideas for this guy, right? And he was the only, or not the lyrics, the concept for the whole concept itself. And he was the only white guy in the room, so it's not a racial thing, okay? Renzo, what up? So, okay. Look at this shit here. Look at this shit. Do y'all think that they can really actually do this? Like they can pull this off? Like I know this time around, they got pissed off. Everybody got in an outrage. Cancel culture came and they said, okay, let's get these guys out of here. But the fact that this was actually an idea, a concept that came to fruition and got a record deal before a lot of other rappers. Do we think that this is something that they might try again and maybe just try to do it right this time? Like they made a few mistakes. So next time that we come up with, instead of, FN Mecca, we'll drop, I don't know, 2 times Jesus Peace. Right? Maybe they'll make sure that he doesn't say the N-word anytime. Okay, so now the woke culture can't say shit. He didn't say nigga one time. Right? They make sure that they get the AI so correctly that they only offend who they need to. Actually, they don't offend anybody. Then what? Can this replace a rapper? As far as going to see him in shows, when I was saying in the CBC interview, it's hard to do an AI rapper or a robot rapper because people won't get that live experience. But are people going to as much shows anymore? Plus the metaverse is opening up. You know what I'm saying? It's getting more and more advanced every day where people might not even care about going to live shows anymore. You can go see something in the metaverse. So then why the fuck would you care about a show? You can go see FN Mecca on stage anytime you want. Just put your glasses on, put your Oculus on or whatever you call that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to worry about no fights. You could do all the drugs you want in your crib. Right? They said that it's a combination of hip hop culture, gaming, and some other big ass word that they used. You know what I'm saying? There's already a lot of gamers who don't like to leave their house, fam. So if that's what the gamers are listening to, and he don't say nigga the next time around, They clean, no? Or do you think cancel culture is going to find another reason? Like, no. Because to be honest, and with all due respect, okay, I'm not trying to sound like the old head, but with the insurgence of like auto-tune on a lot of rappers' voices and shit like that, it don't really make a difference when you hear a lot of different rappers. A nigga's voice texture will be hella deep, but when you hear him rap, you can't tell the difference between him and like the 10 other rappers that came out. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what the comment gang is saying here. Victoria, they retracted, or you retracted your comment. I thought YouTube was hating on you. Bootleg Bible 81 says AI rappers plus holograms seem to be the kind of things labels would try. Just have the hologram go on tour. They already did it with Tupac. Come on now. My flavor vision ain't blurry. They did it with Pac. Remember the Pac hologram? That was getting people's brains used to, are you willing to accept seeing your favorite rapper in front of you even though technically they're not there in front of you? If you're willing to accept that, if you're still cheering, then maybe we can slide a FN Mecca by you. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. There's two schools of thought that I have for this shit. And trust me, I'm not going to spend super long on a rapper that doesn't actually exist. Okay? But there's two schools of thought that I have with this. First school of thought is they're just fucking trolling us. Record company, they're looking for something to get our attention. And they knew that we were going to be outraged. They knew we were going to be like, yo, oh my God, you guys are throwing shade on the black community. Oh my God. And we were going to be in an uprise so that we could be distracted from something else that's probably really happening that's really important. Right? Or two, they just want to test the waters. They fucked up. They said, okay, we tried it. You guys didn't like the way that we rolled it out this time, but the next time, y'all won't even know that the person is AI. We'll slide that motherfucker right by you. You might even think that you saw him at a party with Drake and the Mandem. Like, just like an optical illusion. Like, no, I just swear, this guy is a real rapper. I seen him at industry functions. And then we find out months later, nah, fam, that person was a computer generation the whole time. I'm not trying to scare y'all. I'm just saying, it can happen. It could be happening right now for all we know. Rapper running around here right now that ain't actually a real human being. The flesh, it feels like flesh, but they created, you know what? Let me chill. I don't want to get deplatformed. Anyhow. Salute to you, FN Mecca. And apparently the guy who was doing the voices for him, he's cheesed. You know what I'm saying? Yo, fam, Easy Factor, A-Factor, he wasn't rapping about CPU chips and shit. Like, he was rapping about crimes and shit. He was a badman. You know what I'm saying? He was on his digital drill shit. Like, this is what they think that, you know, all of us is about. Like, when you take all of like the algorithms and all of the information from what we're searching for and all the different things that we're into, all the different websites and different blog pages, these are the lyrics that they came up with for him. He's a gangster. And he's dealing with police brutality. Anyhow, let's see here. Let me get to Moolah first, actually, before I go to this little TJ stuff. Yo, so y'all seen the Moolah first Clubhouse? Salute to Keeps It Solid. They had a very, very entertaining clubhouse, and they brought the clubhouse back. A couple weeks ago, they had Pressa on there and with Bundog. Last Sunday, they had Mula Da First. And yeah, it was pretty entertaining. You know, they had Chris Broadcast Wheeler in the building doing his thing. He was asking the questions. You know, he mediated pretty nicely. I got to give him that. Big up to Wheeler on that one. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I could find a little bit of this stuff here. I'm going to pull up some of it. We got it on the channel here. But also, make sure to go check it out on Keeps It Solid's YouTube channel. There is something I would like to address, but I'll save it for... Maybe I'll save it for later. Yo, where Rockboy at? Rockboy around? Somebody tell Rockboy I'm on YouTube Live, yo. Rockboy, what up? Holla at your boy. Hold on, I'm just pulling up the thing here. Niggas is running around calling niggas bozos and shit. Oh, Toronto. Let's give it a second. It's just buffering. Holy. The fuck? That's what happens when you have like 30 windows open, you know what I'm saying? Here we go.
Message, I feel it's very clear and concise, so I feel like I'm receptive to it, and I feel like a lot of the audience is too. Now, I have to ask you another question about Rolling Loud. You would agree it's a very, very good opportunity for the city?
I put in more work than BD! Chris Fox, Lamar, and Cal Lowry! I end careers. Anyone who goes against you is never the same again. They're never the same again. Ever. So don't go head on head with me. You can't go head on head with Mike. How? The fuck? What have you done? Everyone coming in this bitch, coming on this clubhouse, has done nothing. They still haven't dropped shit this year. Where's their videos? Where's their stuff? And I'm broke? Wouldn't you want to, like, you guys look like you guys have paid for videos, because how often I have more videos than your own camp has. You talking about? I'm a guy. This
guy echoed. Oh, there's one part of this that was like very interesting. I'll pull it up to right here.
Yo, shout out the boy, man. Shout out the boy, you know? He showed love the other day at the Kendrick Lamar concert. I have a project on the way.
Salute to Pyrex, yo.
Yes, sir. Working as usual.
Now, you and I could be wrong here, but you and Namula are label mates. You guys are on the same label. How do you
same
team? How do you draw inspiration from him and his 40 videos, 40 months? What do you take from that, and how do you kind of try and apply little tidbits from his career to yours, and vice versa? I'm sure.
Let me change the color on the chat.
You guys are on the same team. You both pulled from each other with ideas. So maybe you could
make sure the chat can be seen.
It's been like that for a decade plus. We just work. You know, we don't look at no one else's plate. We just work. You know, if you know us, you just know. Put in work. That's
Talk
it.
the thing.
You know what I mean? We feed off each other's energy and put in work, and you'll see the results, right?
So as an artist for you, how do you get better each day? What does that mean to you, and how do you go about that?
Where the fuck's the part?
How do I get better each day? Oh, the boy, you know?
Oh, the boy.
Here we go.
You still gotta keep going. You know, that's kind of like, I just use anything as fuel, right?
Here we go.
No matter how I'm feeling.
I don't think it's gonna pop up on the screen though.
And by the way, El Chico's in this bitch. Shout out the boy.
Gang.
Okay.
Continue with your questions, Wheeler. Don't act stupid.
Yo, shout out the boy, man. Shout out the boy, you know? He showed love the other day at the Kendrick Lamar concert. You know what I mean? Followed me on IG the other day, you know what I mean? Gave niggas their flowers, so shout out away.
So, yeah. What did that moment mean to you, and
So salute to the boy. He popped up on the clubhouse, the Keep Six clubhouse. I seen somebody in here in the comments. Who said that now? About six. Not the same. Yeah, Trinidad, big up. He said Six Buzz is not the same. And big up to Six Buzz, same ways. But Keep Six is holding it down right now. Holy. They got the biggest clubhouse meetings. Their Instagram page is popping. They're starting to hit the YouTube space. They got the solid 16s. Right? Like, I know that Six Buzz has been like the flagship blog page for Toronto for a long time because shit, they got 2 million plus followers. But it's facts. They haven't been that, and this is with all due respect, they haven't been that plug for Toronto culture for a minute now. Right now, I got to give it to Keep Six solid. Six Sounds. Toronto rappers are still holding it down. Us, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like, to get like the authentic what's going on in Toronto. Don't get me wrong. Six Buzz will have like a meme or like, you know, a funny video here and there where they're like, yeah, this is so-and-so teaching their parents Toronto slang. But like tapped into like, this is what rappers doing what. We're getting, you know, how the Keep Six Solid has this clubhouse where like bare people, there'll be like 500 people and like 300 of them are rappers and producers and all kind of movers and shakers in the industry are just like watching the shit. Not even in the part there on the stage. They're just in the audience just watching. Some people on their Finstas, like myself, right? Just preying the ting. You never know who might be sitting in the audience at a Keep Six clubhouse. Obviously, the boys, they're sitting in the audience. He's not sitting there under an account that says, oh, this is me, Drake. The man has an account, El Chico. You know what I'm saying? Preying the ting. For the people who are outside of Toronto, watching the moves. You never know what could happen on one of those clubhouses, yo. I'm excited to see how they're gonna keep it going for next week because when you get Moolah first on like any of your platforms, one of the main things you gotta think to yourself like, yo, this nigga that just gave it up on the platform. What you gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? Big up the Prince Beats in the building. I know with us. Like, I dropped the Moolah First interview, and that's doing what it's doing. It's moving. But I was like, God damn. Ain't nobody going to be pulling up on the podcast for a while who's going to be, like, that animated. Like, not everybody's that animated. You know what I'm saying? So I followed up with the PK Herc interview. Bam. You got to know how to move. And it was something that was well overdue. But if you're going to have such a high point like that, you got to follow up with some more stuff. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It can't be somebody who's not going to bring the people in and you know what I'm saying? Keep the people captivated. So I'm interested to see who they're going to follow up with this Sunday. Hopefully, and it's kind of a double-edged sword because the last time that Keep Six was doing the clubhouses, and also I seen somebody in the comment, big up to Pyrex, man. Pyrex is talking about being at the Kendrick Lamar concert, you know, him and Drake Polly and, you know, doing, you know, talking behind the scenes. They weren't even watching the concert like that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is like, yeah. Well, what are you saying, fam? But like, the last time that Keep Six did the clubhouse a few months ago, it was dope. There was a lot of people who were watching from different places. But near the end, it started degenerating to like a lot of people just arguing, saying things that they might not be able to take back later on. You know what I'm saying? So it made for like entertaining content from the audience standpoint, but from the artist standpoint and from the industry standpoint, one, some of these rappers, they shouldn't be in the same clubhouse rooms because it can get messy. And then their emotions, they can't control their emotions enough to like keep them to the side just in case there's somebody in the audience who's listening that might have a bag for them. You know what I'm saying? When these guys get in the same clubhouse room and let's say they start, yo, suck your mom and all the types of shit that starts coming out. So the person who might be sitting in the audience with the bag might be like, you know what? I'm just going to go join another clubhouse room right now. This is getting too ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Bootleg Bible 81 said they just be screaming over each other. Yeah. That's why I like what Keep Six is doing right now, where they're like, this week Mula, this week Pressa and Bundog. You know what I'm saying? But like, and no disrespect to Toronto, like we have a lot of entertaining people. But not everybody who's entertaining is willing to jump on the mic and get and be entertaining. And that's part of the problem I have with this place. I want to see a lineup of people who are ready to jump on Keep Six Solid's clubhouse every Sunday. Like, yo, when I go on, I'm going to give it up. You know what I'm saying? And that goes the same with interviews. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying come over to the studio and start yelling in my face, but give it up. You got some shit to say, get it off your chest. The mic's on. You know what I'm saying? If you got something that you know, with the exception of like threatening people, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a hot take, shoot. Right? If niggas can't fuck with you, or, you know, if I'm asking you a question, don't give me a 2-word answer or 1-sentence answer. Yeah, the shit was lit. You know what I'm saying? For real. Give me more. You know what I'm saying? Expound. Shade in the 6, what up? Yeah. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do next Tuesday. And Mula also did another interview. Let me see what I'll go on here. Let me see if I can find somewhere. He's doing the podcast tour. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of doing a little bit of a podcast tour too. But we'll get to me after. 1 second here. I'm rolling up some of that Astro Pink. Is it? Mula the First interview. Let's see what the search engine is doing. Let's see what the search engines is doing. There we go. The Gems Life. Okay, it's moving. Why are they filming like that? Let's see what's popping here. Salute to Shade in the 6. Do what she said. Everybody hit that like button. Likes are free.
And these niggas know what's going on, you know what I mean? They don't even go back that far.
Oh, yo, for a second, yo. You know what I mean? I got worried for a second because, yo, I'm watching this in real time with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to watch the whole 30 minutes, obviously, because this is somebody else's YouTube video and copyright. But I got worried for a second. I seen the thumbnail. I was like, a lie. You didn't film it in phone style. But it's not. So, fear none. Salute to everything Toronto. I see y'all in the YouTube space a lot too. Chris Thompson, what up? Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
And these niggas know what's going on, you know?
Is there a link for that? I know you can't drop links in the chat, but god damn. I do know Toca De Niro. That's crazy.
For I'd say like music too. A lot of Canadian music. He has done Pass the Dutchie.
Really?
Actually is. You know, red.
Did y'all know that? We covered that like a while back in Mula's first interview. Like maybe about 3 years ago. But it's good that you know, they brought this back up.
Fine. Don't play.
Wow.
So that I got greatness.
You have
The
greatness.
bloodline, you know?
Wow.
That's why you cannot face me. I'm just here. I'm an expert, professional.
Expert, professional.
And Kyle Lowry, Mo Pete and Van Vliet, Andrea Bargnani. Come on. I put in more work than the rappers. You tell me 6 buzz. Rules for me. Okay? These are Jordan rules. You know what I'm saying? These are the micro rules. Mula rule.
Yo, he stay getting that 6 buzz. Holy shit.
Come to revenge only under these terms.
It was definitely a real wedding. I don't think I could tell you whose it is.
That's okay.
You probably wouldn't appreciate it.
I have another question for that. So out of all these beautiful girls, because you have had beautiful girls in all your videos,
To be honest, and
There's a part that people were talking about with him and YG and stuff like this. Let me find that part here.
and posting the fuckery. Do you think that he actually truly cares about Toronto hip hop culture?
it's just bias, and it's culture.
Who is they talking about?
Do you think that him just posting like people like Chromas and not posting like other coming up artists and posting the fuckery, do you think that he actually truly cares about Toronto hip hop culture?
Who are they talking about?
It's just bias, and it's culture vulture. Like I don't know, like he has a job too. That's what I'm saying. Like he has a job too to cover the artists that are doing some shit in the city. So you have a nigga like me that has dropped 40 videos, like it's kind of becoming bait that like you're obviously hating,
Right?
and if you're saying you're not side choosing this and that, then
Okay. Yeah, I see that they're talking about 6 buzz. I realize now. You know what? This brings it full circle to one what somebody was saying also in the comments before. Is 6 buzz even really like posting artists like that? Like, is that even a thing anymore? Like, with all due respect to Mula, like, I don't even think we can get at 6 buzz or anybody can get at 6 buzz for like not reposting their music video anymore. When's the last time you seen 6 buzz repost anybody's music video? Like, straight up. I just don't think that that's what they're doing anymore. I think that they've moved on from video repost or maybe covering Toronto rappers and the rap scene, and maybe went for a more corporate look. I'm pulling up their page right now. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. Like, there's sometimes where I don't even see, and oh my god, it's gonna sound like shade. Fuck. Because it's really not. But I don't really see them popping up in the algorithm like that. Like, there'd be times like, I'm like, yo, when's the last time the niggas posted? And then I'll go to the page and they posted today. Okay, so I'm pulling up 6 Buzz's page. What do y'all see on the screen? Okay, y'all see the same thing as me. Oh, Lee. How y'all disrespect the chat like that? Hold on, guys. I got you. Bow. Okay, so let's see. Did they post today? When is this from? 4 hours ago. Bruh. That's been under the streets for decades. Toronto streets are now safer. Toronto police. NRA makes jokes on gun. Police took off the streets. This is from the National Rifle Association. And they're making jokes about Toronto? I don't know about that. Vancouver woman was charged $8,000 after a rental car company claimed she drove over 36,000 kilometers in 3 days. I heard about the story. Okay. Studies find nearly half of tattoo ink contain chemicals that cause skin cancer. I'm getting to a point here. There's a point that I'm making. Okay? And again, with all due respect to both parties. Okay, here's a brown guy. Let's see if he's a rapper. Man says if you're over 16 to 18 years old and still use Snapchat, you're a little bitch. What he said. Okay, he's not a rapper.
I want you to literally hear those words and feel a little bit shit just thinking, Hamza thinks you're a fucking weirdo.
He's not a rapper. Okay. Oh, there's a rapper. I found a rapper. Okay, who's this? Okay, there's a list. Tory Lanez. I don't know whose this name is here. Pyrex. A.R. Paisley. Sample Kings. Young Tory. Okay. What date is? 3 days ago. Right? So there's a rap post. There's something that goes on with hip hop. Oh, see, they're talking about Roadrunner there. The point is, I don't even think we can get at 6 Buzz anymore for not posting Toronto rappers. It's not like they're dissing one rapper for another. They're just not really posting Toronto rappers at all. They seem like they just moved on to mainstream news. Like when I look at this feed, it just looks like a mainstream news feed. Like all the YouTubers, not just the hip hop YouTubers, all the people who are doing things on TikTok, all the things that are happening on the mainstream news. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that, you know, some of the stuff that you can maybe catch on CP24. It's not the 6 Buzz of old. You remember once upon a time, 6 Buzz used to be the page, like, it used to be like a Toronto World Star. And World Star is not even World Star anymore. Like, you don't see people running around slapping people in the back of the head saying, World Star! Right? And the equivalent that used to be back in the days, you know, you see some shorty getting too drunk and, like, she's drinking out the keg and then she falls over and everybody goes 6 Buzz. Them times is dead, G. Right? Shade in the 6 said Friday would I ever go mainstream. What's the bag like? No, I'm saying, yeah, I would go mainstream, but there's always going to be a connection to the underground. Like, for example, like I'm not mad at 6 Buzz for what they're doing, right? They've evolved to where their bag is. You know what I'm saying? There's other pages that have been able to come through and pick up the whatever 6 Buzz was putting down before, right? So, for example, Keep 6 Solid came up. You know, Straight Out the 6 came up. Real Toronto News. These pages have high follower counts. Okay? Not 2 million, but they're in the hundreds of thousands. So they have influence. But, you know, once you get to like that 1 million status, 2 million status, and you start having all these corporates that are trying to offer you money, like, you also got to keep in mind, 6 Buzz may not be doing a whole bunch of things on Instagram, okay? And now I sound like their lawyer or something. However, they got a whole YouTube channel that pumps out bare music videos every day. And that's like 90% Toronto rappers and Montreal rappers and stuff like that get to get their buzz on in the 6 Buzz YouTube page. You see what I did there? So they are still helping the culture from other angles. You know what I'm saying? they're offering their services so you can get more views on your YouTube videos by posting it on their YouTube channel. Right? They also have a record company that's signed to Warner. So they're on their, second album, I think, right now? And those albums are compilation albums that have bare Toronto mans and people from other places, but mostly Toronto mans. Right? I shot a documentary, or I was interviewed on a documentary for them maybe, holy shit, maybe like 2 years ago now when I think about it. That shit never came out. But it was part of the record company obligations. You know what I'm saying? So they've been making their moves behind the scenes where you may not see them on the gram as much. You'll see them in other places. Right? And do they get monetized? And they get monetized, or do the rappers? Just asking. This is what Shade in the Six is asking. Well, okay, I don't know exactly what each and every deal is for what song or that they have on their compilations. So, for example, like Houdini and Pressa, the song that they had on the first Six Buzz compilation. I don't know if there was an upfront fee paid to Houdini as well as Pressa, as well as the producer who put the beat together. And, you know, they said, okay, work for hire. I'll give you $5,000 to be on my song. And, or like to get a verse from you. And that's it. No back end, meaning no royalty points and all that type of stuff. And when it comes to like new artists like that, like you're not guaranteed that these guys are going to sell platinum. So, you know, that option is a little bit more appetizing because there's no guarantee that it's going to move, I don't know how many gazillion streams. So people are more open to say, you know what, fine, I'll just do the upfront fee. Right? Where like somebody else like Drake or, you know, any of these big time rappers, their fees are so high, they can't even like we got to do a swap or, you know, just give me the points on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd end up breaking the bank to fucking charge you for what it costs for me to do a verse for you. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. Yo, Looney, what up? Why is YouTube hating? There you go. Even like, okay, perfect example, Meg Thee Stallion and Future. She gave that nigga 150 thou to do a verse. Okay? And he took it. He wasn't like, yo, we're friends enough that, you know what, don't even worry about it. Hold that money. We'll work something else out. Like, just give me some points on the back end, or, you know, I'll do a verse for 250. My bad. 250,000. Right? I'll give you some on the back end and or, you know, I'll do a verse for you later on in the future. We'll do 2 songs while we're in the studio. None of that. He was just like, yeah, it's gonna cost 150,000, yo, all right? Hendrix. You know what I mean? Wire it to my account. Actually, no, I think he wanted cash. Come drop that shit the fuck off. Come gallop your ass over here and drop off that bread. The fuck? So when it comes to stuff like that, like Six Buzz is still doing their thing. They're still behind the scenes, making deals, putting rappers on in different ways. It's just that like the beef that Moolah may have with them, they just bring this whole thing full circle. You know what I'm saying? I'll be podding out here. To bring it like full circle, like the beef that Moolah has with them, it might not be warranted anymore.
Obviously looks like that to me. You know what I mean? Because I got shit going on out here. I got big shit going on out here. And the way people are going to take this is all I'm asking them to pose. I'm not asking these people to pose. I'm telling these people, call me. And if you don't call me, I already have my plan in set.
Last thing on Moolah. There was one thing he mentioned in my interview, as well as the that went out a little bit more viral. The whole talk with Nav. I'm gonna get a little bit mixy for a second. Is Nav really representing the Rex like that? I'm not asking if Nav's a guy. Okay? I'm not asking if he was outside chopping it down, you know what I'm saying? Slapping niggas for the re-up. I just, like, did niggas know him out there? Like, did he move there for a second and then, you know, pass through? Like, did he go to school out there? I don't know. I haven't had a chance to do, like, research on Nav, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I should before even asking this question, because I know they're going to come from you like, yo, what are you dissing the man them? No, because, like, from what Mula's saying, he's like, he kind of got at him a bit, right? But as far as the way he was getting at him for not putting on other Toronto rappers, I think Nav is the product of being put on by another Toronto person. Because you got to keep in mind, EXO, right? Those guys, The Weeknd and them guys, they put on Nav, right? As a producer and a rapper. So that was their contribution to the scene. They went and found a brown boy from the Rex. But, you know, with that being said, from what I know of Rex rappers from way back to now, that representation is just so prominent, like it's so in your face that you can't even mistake it. Niggas is like, yo, Rex all day. Right? Unless it's the niggas who are like, nah, we're the Mount Olive niggas. But then they rap it hard too. I feel like Nav was like maybe, I don't know if maybe that was intentional by their record company. They put it as like a second thought, maybe even a third thought. So I say that to say, is it right when niggas get at Nav and ask, yo, is he from the Rex? Like, or they should just leave him alone? What do y'all think? Is he from the Rex? Like, what? I don't, I will find this out. If we ever get a chance to interview Nav, I'll go find out exactly what street he grew up on and all that good shit. See, Trinidad Big Up says, didn't know he was from the Rex. Thought he was from Saga. No, fam. He's the brown boy from the Rex. No, he's actually the brown boy from Toronto, they say. Right? But like, right, that's what the Americans call him. The brown, like, Americans don't call him, say he's from the Rex. They don't even know. They're not completely up on what Rexdale is. Shade in the Six says no shade. See what you did there. Thought he was from Brampton. Wait a minute. Am I thinking that a whole bunch of people thought he was from Brampton? Am I one of the only people who heard him, and not in a whole bunch of times, but heard him like say at one point in time that he's from Rexdale? And everybody else is just assuming he's from Brampton? Like, is the average Toronto listener assuming that Nav is from Brampton? Just by like the stereotypes of Brampton? Brooklyn Black says Mayhem is better than Nav. You part of the Mayhem fan club? Mayhem better. Sound like a YB fan. Right? Jackrabbit. Okay. Let's get a show of thumbs. Thumbs up if you all knew that Nav was from the Rex. Thumbs down if you didn't. Okay? And I'm talking about in the comment section. Not on the like and dislike section, okay? Leave that part alone. Just hit the like part there. But thumbs up if you knew that Nav was from the Rex. And thumbs down if you had no idea. You thought he was from Brampton, Saga, surrounding areas. Common Gang Strong. Whoa. Salute to you, Brooklyn Black. I know him too, fam. Shaden 6 puts a thumb down. She did not know. Common Gang Strong. Did you know that Nav was from the Rex? Thumbs up. If you did not know, thumbs down. I'm gonna roll up this Astro Pink. Is it? Oh shit. I guess all y'all just knew then. Besides, nah, that's cap. Because somebody else said they thought he was from Brampton too. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn Black. He's from Rexdale, fam. He's not from Bangladesh. You know what I'm saying? Trinidad Big Up says, yep, went to Thistletown Collegiate Institute. Where's that? That's in Rexdale? All right, so, okay. Trinidad knew that he was from the Rex. He knew his high school even. Right? I don't know. I just felt that this was common knowledge. But I can also understand when people are like, man, I never knew that. Like, he's not like bawling it out in every rap. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'm not like deeply entrenched in Nav raps. And with all due respect, I think Nav has some good songs, but I'm not listening to Nav all the time to know what like, I haven't listened to a whole Nav album. I've heard Nav tunes, right? But I've not heard a whole Nav album to hear, like, if he's like, you know, gets in his bag talking about the struggles of when he was living in the Rex with his mom and his dad, or his mom. Like, I don't know his story like that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he might have said Rex. He might have had a whole song in one of his albums called Rexdale for Life, and I'm not aware. You know what I'm saying? He could have interludes on his album that have, like, you know, him on the corner of Martin Grove or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. I'm not entrenched in the Nav world like that. Y'all got to put me on. You know what I'm saying? The crazy interlude where he was running from the shootout, shooting back. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, yo. Well, big up to Nav and big up to Mula, yo. He said it in the interview that I did with him. He kind of got at Nav, and I kind of brought up the Rex thing. I kind of like added a little bit of something into the pot to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? But salute to Mula. There's a couple of things that I did. I did an interview not too long ago, yesterday. Let me pull up my page here. Follow me on Instagram, Friday Ricky Tim. Instagram, stop dissing. Verify me. Acting like some punk ass bitches. Oh, speaking of Instagrams. Doovie, before we get to anything. Doovie. Salute to Doovie. I did a news story quickly on it. News from the 6 report. Okay. I put in 17 Doovie. First of all, you know you're lit when you have bare fake pages popping up under your name. Fan pages. Look how many pages pop up under 17 Doovie. Shade, I can't remember where he said he was from the Rex, but I know specifically the man said he's from the Rex at some point in time. Right? Listen, we'll leave it alone. I'm already expecting the DMs like, yo fam, I'm from the Rex. Like, stop dissing me on your stupid fucking YouTube lives, bro, you old head pussy. right? And then I gotta be calm down. It's not that serious. You know how I go. Let's see here. No Doovie account, but bare Fakas. Doovie's account has been deleted. When I first did the report, I did it from the perspective of I'm not sure. Maybe sometimes rappers delete their own account because they got something big coming up, and there was speculation about that too, right? That he might have deleted his own account just because he has some more corporate things coming up, some more all ages events and different things like that, right? But it has been said through, I think it's through Reddit. Let me see if I could find it on Reddit. 1 second. That he came back and he said through a Snapchat or something like that, that Instagram actually deleted his account. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on Reddit. You know, Reddit always finds out what really, really, really is going on. Let's see. Doovie. So Reddit is coming. 2 days ago, Boom exploded on a new track. Yo, the fuckery that people write up on Reddit, yo, holy shit. Hold on, I'm just trying to see if I could find it here. Well, I'll put it up on the screen so y'all can see what I'm looking at. I'm on Torontology. Salute to Max Distance. Salute to Torontology, Chiracology. Hold on, let me see what y'all are seeing here. Let me go on Torontology. What? Yo, what are y'all saying in here, bro? Second Childhood said, just broke Mom Duke's furniture watching Comic View. BT Comic View? That's still on? Let's see here. New Local City music. Yo, what happened to Local City? Jesus Christ. Yo, the city has mad shit going on, eh? Even when it don't have shit going on, there's still shit going on. I'm trying to find something on Doovie with his account. Okay. Let's see here. What's this about? So this is his new music video. I'm gonna find this shit. Here we go. Doobie goes trending without IG. If Doobie was clicked in with all those American artists, okay. Here we go. Maybe they told me in my comments. It might be in the fucking comments on the We Love Hip Hop YouTube. One second. Un momento. There we go. Doovie. Account deleted.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ricky Dred here with another news from this.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Someone reported it. Okay, here it is. He shared a screenshot of on his Snap. It said he's suspended for displaying dangerous individuals and organizations. Y'all can see that on the screen? Salute in the tavern. Okay, on our YouTube comments. So basically, and this is just from what this gentleman is saying, Instagram deleted his page for showing dangerous individuals and organizations. What is going on out here, fam? Like, it's almost like Instagram is, Instagram's working with the police. This is what I'm convinced of at this point. Like, it's not even like a hidden thing. It's like right in our face. Because what constitutes dangerous individuals, organizations from my friends and just fucking young men and women? Right? Like, the same could be said about We Love Hip Hop then. You know what I'm saying? How many people that I interview, how many people that we interviewed on this channel, that some of them have been in high profile cases. So are we displaying dangerous people and organizations too? If I go on my Instagram right now, it's still there. Something not right. I know people are saying that it could be, or it could report it. But if I'm just going by what this gentleman said, or a young lady, I don't know, right, in the tavern. He shared a screenshot on his Snap. It said suspended for displaying dangerous individuals and organizations. Okay? So if that's true, how does Instagram pick and choose whose organizations and then dangerous individuals from these are my friends and family? Right? How do they know what the difference is? It would have to be people reporting his page at that point. Yo, Fuzzy, what up? Listen, I just thought that was hella fishy. That this guy who has a verified page, okay? It kind of irked me too, okay? Because Doobie don't even be posting that much. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Doobie's on live every day. Flashing guns, smoking mad weed, drinking lean. No, I barely see this nigga on Instagram. However, all of a sudden, his Instagram gets packed. What part of the game is that? It makes me think of, okay, if his Instagram can get packed for his lack of activity that he has on his shit, what about the motherfuckers who are posting daily, hourly? Holy, yo! Every week I get more worried about the different accounts that I'm controlling and shit. I'm like, holy shit. Am I gonna open Instagram and it's gonna be, your Instagram has been deleted because we don't like what you did today? What the fuck? Am I gonna open YouTube and be like, you have another strike because we decided today these are strikes, but yesterday they were okay? You know what I'm saying? You never know when they're gonna move the fucking goalpost. is actually pissing me off. Because it's like they look, it's like almost like they're looking at your progress, and as soon as you get to a certain level, they're like, oh, actually, you're not supposed to do that. Boop, right back down to where you're supposed to be, nigger. And the only reason I put some race in there because it's racial. If Doofy was a white rapper singing about the same shit, he would have an Instagram that has 10 times the amount of followers. Okay? His favoritism in the algorithm on YouTube would have him with millions of more viewers, and he'd be out of there. Okay? Don't get it twisted. They're not really favoring like Jack Harlow. Thank you. Jacques Harlow. But you listen, fam. That's a whole other story. Right? And Trini, you're saying some true shit. In America, he'd be safe to a degree. But in Canada, they're gonna hate. Oh, hell yeah. They on that Shania Twain shit over here. They ain't trying to hear all these niggas get rich. We're not gonna act. And you know, there's the conversation of infrastructure has come up on the podcast multiple times. And sometimes, there's been many times where I've refuted it. I'm like, nah, we don't have enough numbers. But hip hop is the leading art form in the world. I'm sure that we have enough hip hop fans if the media platforms started really spreading out the money and the visibility. If they started spreading it out equally, you would see how much more rappers would be getting rich without having to leave this country, without even having to tour. You know what I'm saying? Just off of the opportunities they get from endorsements and commercials and different things like that, from having their visibility be pushed as far as like a Jan Arden. Okay? A fucking Anne Murray. You know they've been pushing the same old Canadian old foots in your face for how many freaking years? And then they get a couple of new ones and they're like, yo, love them. Headley, they're the best. Until the Headley nigga starts touching too many gal. Mm-hmm. I seen that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let all these motherfuckers... Yo, let me be doing a fucking podcast that covers fucking white rock bands. We'd be out of here. I wouldn't have to be worrying about going to the United States to get this shit popping. You know what I'm saying? Let me be covering hockey. I'd be out of here. Not me. Oh, the white version. So when they say, oh, you guys have, what's the word that they used? Dangerous individuals and organizations? That's fucking cap. I demand brethrens, yo. So the niggas who grew up in the same hood as with you, when you put them on the gram with you in your fucking music videos, now all of a sudden they're dangerous individuals and organizations? Yo, Instagram, suck my dick. I eat that thing. Yo, salute to Doobie, yo. Now I'm convinced Instagram is hating. There was a point in time I used to be like, nah, you know, yo, salute to Gutsy. I used to tell him like, bro, it's you gotta watch the content, and that be true. You still have to watch what you put up on Instagram. But they do be hating too. Especially if you're a black creator. We're not even gonna get into the TikTok shit. I don't have fucking 4 hours to rant on them motherfuckers. Anyhow, speaking of deplatformed people, Andrew Tate, they took that nigga off. They deplatformed Top G. Okay? The man has to drop videos on Vimeo to get his shit off now. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I don't agree with everything he's saying, but he wasn't saying the worst shit. He wasn't like, yo, go outside and go kill people. Nah. He was on his traditionalist shit. He's on his man shit. He was on his manosphere shit. So you deplatform him, who the hell's next? Let me see if I can go onto my Vimeo. I haven't been on Vimeo in a long time. Holy. Let me see if I could find this video for here. It's to the point I don't even know how to use this website anymore. Look at this shit. When's the last time y'all been on Vimeo? Real shit. Hold on. I'm showing y'all my downloader by mistake. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, here it is. They don't got a fucking search bar in this bitch? Okay. Let's find Mr. Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate. The man had to go to Vimeo, fam. YouTube ain't having him. TikTok, out of there. Instagram, out of there. To the point, it's to the point I took down the video that I had on Andrew Tate, talking about Andrew Tate. I think I privatized it. I was like, phew.
My life has always been difficult. I've certainly had a difficult life. I preach to the people who follow me that as a man, trauma and difficulty is extremely important because it's the building blocks for mental fortitude and physical fortitude.
That's not it. That's not what the fuck I was looking for. He had a long, heartfelt message. Is this it? There's another person.
I have had thousands of emails from men saying, you saved me from depression, you saved me from suicide, you helped me so much. The #1 video on my YouTube channel, my pinned video, has been for over a year. Mind hacks, how to beat depression, how to feel better as a man.
So I guess there's a balance when it comes to guys like Andrew Tate, right? There's some people who are looking at Andrew Tate as like the worst person in the world. He's the devil. You know what I'm saying? He's spreading these messages that are misogynistic and all those buzzwords that get everybody in with panties in a bunch. But I felt like they kind of prematurely...
And I have had thousands of emails.
They prematurely deplatformed him. Because now they're going to have to keep that same energy for everybody. And technically they kind of are. I'll give you an example. Chris Sky. When's the last time you heard from him? I'll wait. When's the last time y'all seen a Chris Sky video on Instagram? When's the last time y'all seen one? When have you ever seen Chris Sky on TikTok? TikTok came in kind of after the Chris Sky wave where it started getting more popular. Stepping on Diggity, what up? Young Bagavana, what up? Real question. When is the last time y'all seen Chris Sky? Looking for Chris Sky. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's gone. He's been deplatformed. Like this Andrew Tate stuff is big news because he has way more followers, way more influence. You know what I'm saying? But Chris Sky was getting it popping over here, and people in the States knew about him too. Okay? I'll tell you one thing. Our YouTube channel went through a week hiatus. I don't know if y'all noticed that a few weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago tops, there was no videos posted on the YouTube channel for a week straight. 7 days. And y'all know that's not like me. Right? This video that you're seeing now is going to be the first of maybe like up to. I have another one that I'm going to post after this in a couple of hours. So this is a channel that consistently puts out at least 2 YouTube videos a day. But for 7 days straight, there was no YouTube videos on the channel. Not a clip, not even a short, not even a comment, not even a post in the community section. Do you know why? Because of Chris Sky. Or not because of Chris Sky, but because of the community guidelines that YouTube have put forward. They took the Chris Sky interview that Gutsy had put down about a year ago. Right? Dope interview. Man came and broke down all his opinions on what he thinks about the vid, and you know what I mean, his opinions, not facts, his opinions. Video obviously was shadow banned because it was like maybe 3,000, maybe 4,000 views tops. But I know there's way more people looking for Chris Sky information. But they suppressed it. They already pushed it down. We ain't going to push that up in the algorithm so people can see that in the search. YouTube ain't about that life. Then, all of a sudden, lo and behold, I get an email. You got a strike on your channel, and you're not going to be able to post for 7 days, and then the strike is going to last on the channel until October. And if you get a second strike within that time, then you will not be able to post on the channel for 14 days straight. And if a third strike happens, then it's automatic deletion. I already know about this because this is the second YouTube channel. You're watching the second YouTube channel. I already lost one. And any real YouTube creators out there or content creators who really went through the bullshit through the trenches usually end up losing one YouTube channel along the way too. Okay? But this is the second YouTube channel. So I already know about that 3 strike rule. But the 1 strike, they didn't even give an opportunity to dispute the video and say, well, listen, I don't think you should give me a strike for this video. They said, pussy, boom, video's gone, removed. We removed the video and you got a strike. Now you can't post for 7 days. Hold that. Go sit in the corner. Okay? And that's for Chris Sky. That's why when I seen this Andrew Tate guy start getting deplatformed, as they say, I was like, yo, let me go through this. Let me search through the YouTube channel, see if we talked about Andrew Tate. Quick, fast. Delete that shit or private that shit. Sorry. I went on TikTok. I had a fucking video of him on a pretty cool rant from the Full Send podcast. Big up to the Nelk boys. Delete. Get that off of there. TikTok ain't that important. Sorry. Delete. Sorry, Andrew. I ain't gonna keep the content up. And listen, I'm not even into the shit that deep. I'm not even so up on Andrew Tate content that deep where I'm gonna ride for you, fam. Yo, I'm gonna keep that shit up on the Instagram page. Yo, fuck that. Nah, fam. Oh, you got beef? Delete. What else is going on? I'm off of this. Sorry, bruh. We got to eat out here, bruh. But at the same time, I understand. It's whack. I do feel that it's an injustice that's happening with this guy being deplatformed, because it just starts a slippery slope. And next thing you know, you're going to start seeing, actually, it's going to happen. You're going to start seeing way more people losing their pages. We've already seen it. We're seeing it with Doovie. We're seeing it with Andrew Tate. Way more people are going to be losing their pages for the littlest of shit. Be aware. Where are we at now? So one more thing, or maybe a couple more things I want to cover. But salute to Andrew Tate, yeah. He's been doing his thing, fighting the good fight, and I'm sure he'll be okay. Man made mad paper, so I'm sure he's not broke. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be back. He's still doing his courses and stuff like that, so he'll be all right. I wanted to talk about one thing quick, fast, and then I think I might just call it a riggedy rap. But I've been kind of staying away from it. Actually, I'll do a couple things. I've been kind of staying away from it. Did you guys see the reporters in Brampton who got beat up? One got beat up at his radio station, and the other one was like hacked, like chopped the hell up. Like they ran up to his car, smashed the window with the machete, and then went in and they dragged him out the whip, like right in the parking, like in his driveway in Brampton. Okay. Apparently the guy was a real estate agent, and he's a podcaster. Okay. He has a weekly podcast where he's talking about different things that are happening over in India, as well as I guess in Brampton and stuff like that. Okay. Did you guys, Common Gang Strong, did you guys see the video? It was on the news, all over the news. This was weeks ago. Okay, maybe 2-3 weeks ago now at this point. And they had to be like, this is graphic content, so be careful or be aware. And they just showed them going to town on dude. Like they were hacking him. And I was like, oh, what he said. Like what he said that got these guys so cheesed that they ran up to his car in his driveway. His mom had to go run. Let me see if I can find an article while I'm talking about this. His mom had to go run out into the street and chase the man and them away. Say, yo, I already called the police. And that's the only reason that she was able to get them off of her son. The man lost a finger. The way they showed him on the sidewalk, just bloodied. I was like, God damn. Let me see here if I can find it. It was a gruesome sight. Reporter. See that? I go into Google, Brampton reporter attacked. It's one of the first things that pop up. Okay, so let me pull it up on the screen so y'all can see too. And I have a point here, so bear with me, okay? Because there was two incidents. There was one incident they were showing a guy at the radio station, and I'm not even going to show the video, okay? Because the video is way too graphic. This is August 4th. Jati Singh, man, was getting into his parked Jeep, was approached by men wielding an axe. Show suspects swinging the blade on the vehicle after the man shut the car door. Two other men then appeared in the frame. All the stuff that I just described just there. Okay. Let's see what he's into. Okay. So they said he believed to be targeted, but not share what information police received to make that conclusion. Man is a real estate agent and a media personality in Brampton who hosts a podcast and takes calls from the public. Sound familiar? Yo! And then there's another guy who got the same shit. And I'm not trying to laugh at him, because listen, hold your head to this individual, yo. Like they messed this guy up bad, yo. Like, he's not gonna be okay. Okay, here's another thing they said here. Dylan said that man's assault was the third violent incident involving Punjabi language media personalities in Brampton in the past 12 months. Bruh. Hold on, let me change the color of the chat. Bruh. 3 in 12 months? What are these guys saying? And the thing is, it be in Punjabi, so I don't understand what they're saying, right? I was in the Uber the other day, and she's so... I'm an idiot. The Uber driver was this young lady, okay? And I realized that she was an Indian lady, but she was like from that culture, right? And that culture meaning I was assuming Punjabi. And the reason I assumed was she had decals on the back windows of her Uber. And one of them had a picture of Sidhu Moosewala in the famous pose that he had. The Google image that you find of Sidhu Moosewala everywhere. And, I just did the documentary piece on Sidhu. So here I come with the conversation. Oh, see that decal that you have? Yo, AGB, what up? It's the Don, that is. I'm like, yo, you see that decal on the window? I just did a documentary on Sidhu Moosewala. You should check out the YouTube channel. And then I get to asking her about these guys. I said, yo, did you see the incident that happened in Brampton with the news reporter? Right? That he got hacked up. And at first she was like, no, like immediately, no. And I was like, are you sure? It was on the news. It was all over the news. Like, I'm like, all jovial, happy. I'm like, hey, it's on the news. It was him. It was a couple of other guys. And she was like, no, never heard of it. Nope. But I continued to poke and prod. And I said, well, even if you didn't hear of it, this is happening. And apparently they're getting messed up for what they're saying on these microphones, except in Punjabi to their people and their audience. What are they saying? This is what I'm asking the Uber driver. What can they be saying that's pissing these guys off so much that they came 3 deep with hacksaws? If dude's mom Dukes didn't run out into the road, he would have been dead. Guaranteed. They were not trying to stop hacking that dude, fam. Like, that was crazy. And in the other incident, so, okay, let me finish my story with her. So I asked her, what could they have been saying? She wasn't trying to tell me much. I'll tell you this. She was just like, they were saying bad stuff. Bad stuff like what? They're just saying bad stuff. Bad stuff against the people. Bad stuff against the students. Okay. Then we parked. I had to get the hell out of my goddamn Uber, you nosy ass nigger. She didn't say that, but I know that's what she was thinking in her brain. Like, get out of my Uber asking me all these weird questions. Why don't you just ask me to turn the volume down on the stereo or something? What are you asking me about reporters and shit? She's probably like, what kind of line of questioning is this black guy in the back of my Uber asking me? But this is what I want to know. This is why I'm a journalist. I see the Uber driver. You got Sidhu Musiwali on the back window of your shit. What are the reporters saying that are getting them mashed up? Bad stuff. Okay. Toronto ambiance. I'll take that and I will go, ma'am. Have a nice day. But listen. See, watch this. 3-man attack. You know what? I don't even want to show y'all the video. There's no way. CP24 better chill. But look at this. You see they freeze frame? What is he saying that got this many niggas on him? This is how touchy the story is. Oh my God. Guidelines. This is how mucky this story is. I told my shorty about this shit, right? Like, yo, I might cover this shit still. She was like, you better leave that shit alone. They come for you, come hack you up. She didn't say all that part, but like, she's like, maybe you might want to leave this one alone. And here I am. I couldn't help it. It was the Uber trip. The Uber trip prompted this segment that we have here right now. Like, I was gonna just not talk about this shit. The other video, and I can't find the other video, or the other example, but they showed the guy in the hallway of his radio station, and the man then ran up on him with their phone, and they were just like, hold that, yo, pussy, yo, say something again, say it again. And the guy was just like, I'm sorry, running back into his radio station. Y'all seen that one? Like, they're doing these guys dirty in Brampton right now. Yo, that's some spooky shit. Like, I know I'm out here doing this commentary. There's Toronto rappers that we've spoken about, even people that we've had issues with, like where people, not issues like physical issues, but where we got DMs and they're like, yo, I don't like what you said about me on the podcast. But getting hacked up, that's a whole different kind of level of anger. Or you're saying a whole different level of shit where niggas is like, oh, you think you cute over here on your radio station or your little podcast? Wait till I see you on road, nigga. They're not even waiting to see him on road. They're running up to the crib to go find him. They're going to the radio station. They're going to man's house where he's there with his mom Dukes. And they're like, yo, what about that shit you said? I'm just saying, there's something going on over there in Brampton that, like, maybe I shouldn't fucking talk about it. Maybe I should get the fuck off of this. Holy. Just stay woke out there, yo. You know what I'm saying? If you're in Brampton, anybody who's watching this from B-Town, and you're a podcaster, talk about hip-hop. It's way less dangerous. I never thought I'd say that. You know what I'm saying? Talk about rap. Way less dangerous. I have not had not one man come up to me with a machete that size like, Friday, I can't believe what you said about top 5. Like, what? No, it's not that serious. But for these niggas, apparently it is. They were saying bad stuff. Anyhow, one last thing I want to mention before we get out of here, or before I get out of here at least, is about the YouTube space and us as urban people in the YouTube space. There's a ceiling when it comes to the hip hop scene in the YouTube space, and I've realized this a long time ago, but I start to realize it every once in a while. Like, as a platform, I strive to bring it so, you know, the viewership, the listenership is in the millions. And that's great. And everybody can eat. Okay? But in the real, and even with Toronto, okay? Living here in Toronto, having to, you know, everybody having that ideal in their mind that, yo, I'm going to have to go to the United States to take it to the next level. And the next level for us as Canadians, yes, is in the States where there's 350 million people. And, you know, when a rapper goes platinum, that means 1 million plus sales. That means they're platinum in comparison to the 100,000 sales that you got to get over here to be platinum, right? Or 500,000 sales. I think it's 100,000 in Canada to be platinum. It's on a different scale because there's a different amount of people. But in the end of the day, there's a way bigger world out there. The biggest artists in the world don't usually come from the States. Okay? I'll repeat that. The biggest artists in the world, I won't even say usually, don't come from the States. When you go take a look through your YouTube space and really look at where people are getting them real views, it don't be in the urban space. Don't get me wrong. This is where I live. This is where we're all have a common interest. You know what I'm saying? The topics that we're talking about here is the topics that the audience are interested in. But that audience, when it comes to like a whole worldwide spectrum, at its max, and I'm talking about the Vlad TVs of the world, Breakfast Clubs of the world, those guys get millions of views on stuff. But compare them to even like an Abba and Preach. Those guys do way more views than the Breakfast Club in a day. Depending on like if the Breakfast Club have like an interview with like a really hot rapper, that clip may go 1 million in a day. It may go 600,000 in a day. Abba and Preach do that on like little review videos on a regular basis. Sometimes 900,000 in like 18 hours. You know what I'm saying? When you start looking at music, people like Drake, who can go 10 million views in like 2 days on YouTube. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, he has 50 million views on his music video. That's crazy. 50 million. Have you all ever taken a look at some of those Latin music videos? Like some of them South American rappers and people from different Latin countries who got songs out, songs that I don't know none of the lyrics to, just bare vibes. Them motherfuckers have a B next to their shit. A B for 1 billion. Have you ever seen a music video that has 1 billion views on it? It's not from an American. So I say all that to say, like, there's a way bigger world out there when it comes to making content. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to tomorrow start just doing unboxing videos or fashion hauls and get some blonde white girl to come get fucking 1 million views in a day. But just know that there is a ceiling when it comes to even the algorithm when it comes to YouTube. Right? As urban creators or black creators or different, they're not going to push us as hard as they push Becky unwrapping a freaking a gift box. Okay? And it doesn't even have to be a black or white thing. It's just a black and everybody else thing. You know what I'm saying? Or a nigga and everybody else thing. Because one of the biggest YouTubers is an Asian kid unwrapping boxes. right? If you look at the view counts on some of those videos, actually, let me freaking find some of these videos here. Look at the Mr. Beast guy. What does that guy have? Like 100 million subs? Or something crazy? Like, we're not even scratching the surface. And I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about like the biggest of the urban networks that are out here that are, you know, that we admire. This nigga put out a video 4 hours ago, okay? And it has 817,000 views on it. Do y'all understand what I'm getting at here? Like, there's a lot more people in the world who are consuming content than what there are consuming in the hip hop space or in the urban space. Okay? This nigga has 103 million subscribers. Okay? 6 days ago, 38 million views. Danny P, what up? Fly High, what up? Unboxing. Because there's like some people who are really, really getting it on YouTube. And they're not in the hip hop space. Like Vlad TV is one of, I admire Vlad's grind, his come up. And that's one of the benchmarks of traction and views and stuff like that I'm aspiring to get to. However, Vlad ain't got shit on some of these people on YouTube, fam. The Nelk boys are killing Vlad right now, even though they're not putting out the same frequency of videos. Like, obviously, Vlad's putting out 8 YouTube videos a day. But the Nelk boys drop the Full Send podcast. They get friggin' the Tesla nigga on there, and they'll do 1 million in one day, no problem. Different audience, that quote unquote mainstream audience. You know what I'm saying? 3 months ago, 1.6 million views. 1 year ago, 10 million views. Let's go to some Brazilian music. I don't even know the names of some of these Brazilian songs. Brazil song. Like, I'm gonna show y'all some real numbers that's out there. Let me find some. Give me some names of some Brazilian rappers. Here we go. Brazilian music. 8 years ago, what did that one say? 841 million. Did I just see that? 841 million on a goddamn music video? What the hell, bro? Let's see here. I should have asked my... Oh, here we go. Here we go. 1.7... My bad. I'm not even showing y'all niggas what's going on the screen. I'm being a bad YouTuber here. I'm going to show y'all exactly what I'm looking at right here. Like, these are some astronomical numbers. We ain't scratching shit. 1.7 billion views this nigga got. Okay? MC Fiotti. Boom boom tam tam. Okay? From 5 years ago. 1.7 billion views. Like, how is that even possible, fam? Okay, look at the number. I'm gonna show y'all some shit. Look at this number. 1,728,312,670. Bruh. Did y'all ever look how many likes are on this shit? Their likes are more than some people's music videos could ever be, fam. His likes are 13 million. Let me let that number just sit there for a second. Just so y'all know like how big the world really is. You know what I'm saying? 1 billion streams. I ain't never heard of this nigga. Y'all gonna lie to me and tell me y'all heard of this guy? The nigga's playing the flute. This nigga right here. Looking like a creeper. Playing a flute to a chick. 1 billion streams. Come on now. Niggas be fighting over 100,000 views. Ready to diss niggas. Y'all ain't getting 100,000 views like me. You ain't getting 1 billion views like this nigga. That's a whole other level. Holy. I just want to put that in y'all minds. Let y'all know that this exists. And this is just one of many. This is not like a unique thing. There's mad videos. Gal them on the beach. 2 billion streams. I'm like, holy. And it's not no fake bot shit. You know what I'm saying? It's real shit. It's a big world out there, yo. Just know that. We ain't the center of the universe out here with our hip hop shit and who called who a goof. There's one more. Actually, I'm off of this. One thing I want to say on my way out. Big salute to the Bowls and Beats podcast or Bowls and Beats show. Very, very dope interview that I got to do. I'm not gonna fuck up her name again. Let me get her name right because it's unique.
90 seconds.
Exclesia. Okay, salute to Exclesia who did a very dope interview with me. She asked me some deep questions. But yeah, I divulged a lot in that interview about my life, as well as what's going on with the podcast, as well as what's going on with the network. I also want to give a salute to Gucci, as well as for the people who've been keeping up. Y'all don't see Gucci around neither. Gucci is doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And
60 seconds.
And I'm always gonna wish him the best in his endeavors. You know what I'm saying? He's been putting in work for the network for a good 3 years or so, you know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes until like he started getting a little bit more comfortable on the mic. And as a content creator, in front of the scenes kind of guy, it hasn't always been his thing. You know what I'm saying? So I commend him for being a guy who's been able to come from behind the scenes and like break out of his shell and go in front of the scenes. You know what I'm saying? However, I say that to say this is not something he's going to be doing anymore. You're going to be seeing a lot of new faces over here on the network. Okay, I have a lot of people who are working on new different shows that I'm going to start bringing to the forefront very soon, and you know, as well as just a shitload of interviews. And you're going to probably see me doing a little bit more of in an interview form when you're getting me on the content and then popping up for a YouTube live. But as far as like people talking about what's going on in the scene and who shot at who and whatever, there's always a place for that. But there's going to have to be different people who are covering that shit. Like, I do read comments, and I do take in some comments. Some of the comments, I'm like, yo, suck my dick. I don't give a fuck what you say, right? But at a certain point, there's only so much fuckery that I would like to cover, okay? This YouTube live that we did right now, there was only so much fuckery base that I can go with. You know what I mean? I like to bring information and put people on to, hey, did you know this is going on? This is going on. But I could give a shit on who slapped who on range and who called who a goof. Okay? However, I got the people for y'all who will be able to give you all that young man talk, have fun on camera, and, you know, give the people what they want when it comes to that type of shit. Okay, all that debauchery shit, that type of shit that you're like, yo, Friday, you're too old to give a fuck about what Pressa and Top 5 are doing. Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? So soon forward, you're going to be seeing a lot of new faces on the network. And as it's been doing over the last 6 years, evolving is always going to happen and more evolution to come. All right. So salute to the people like Gutsy, Gucci, Sav, like anybody who I've let go or who have went left on their own in the past. Alizé, you know what I'm saying? For every time that people have left, there's a lot of people like Headache, right? He's a producer or a videographer. He does a lot of work with a man named Joseph. He was working with us for a space of time. Okay, AJ, aka Everyday Toronto. We've had a lot of people come through the network. It's not just been, you know, Sav, Gutsy, and Gooch that you guys have seen. We've had at least a dozen people come and go through the network because it is a network. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people will be like, the podcast. This hat says We Love Hip Hop Network. We Love Hip Hop Podcast is one show on the network. Okay? You know, right now there's news from the 6. But on the way, a multitude of shows are going to be following. So look out for that and stay tuned. I think that's all I got as far as chat. Hit me up on all my social media platforms, Friday Ricky Dred, DRED. And yeah, stay tuned. I'm